You can make your entrance to the football field. Everyone is invited.
Coach John Brody for tonight's homecoming. Talking about Angola here. Yeah, that's what I heard. John should be a great night.
Well, you know, brother, if you can't get excited for homecoming football, then something's wrong. You know, this is a big night for both teams. Both teams have this night circled on their schedule way ahead. It's almost become a rivalry of sorts. The Cougars versus the Eagles. It's homecoming. The lights are on. The rain has stopped. It's a beautiful night for football, baby.
Fremont players are going to be lining up and coming through in just a minute here. But what we do have, what we do know, is that Central Louisville comes in 0-4. You know, they've lost 29 consecutive games going back to 2011. Their last win was against Fremont, and it was at their house on September 17th, 2010, so almost 3 years ago to the day, the last time the Cougars won. But I tell you, they'd love nothing more than to disrupt homecoming, and Fremont would love nothing more than to give them their 30th consecutive loss.
Yeah, Fremont's going for the big 3-0 and the big 2-0. Winning two in a row this week would be huge. But absolutely, Central Noble knows that this is Fremont's homecoming. They know that as an athlete, it's hard sometimes to focus and to get dialed into what's going on with all the extracurriculars going on. So they're looking to take advantage of this, whereas the Fremont Eagles, they're looking to build upon a big-time win. When you win in overtime, there's something about that brings the team together. It was a huge night as Fremont pulled one out against Southern Wells for 2 years in a row. So they would like to keep this winning streak going, too, against Central Noble in the same way.
Well, you know what's interesting is we look at Central Noble last year, 0-10, 0-8 overall. Their closest loss last year was a 25-point loss to West Noble. They lost to Fremont 60-25. John, I don't anticipate Fremont winning by 35 points tonight. This team's much improved.
Much improved, baby, but I would still like to see Fremont put 60 on them. But they are much improved. I'm a big fan of make them stop you. Keep scoring until they can stop you. But this should be a big night. You know, again, this year so far, it's kind of a new era for Central Noble. They've got a new coach, and it is a much improved team. Looks like they are probably doing some things they haven't done in the past. You know, most coaches, when they come in, bring in their own offense, their own defensive schemes. So it's kind of a new era for the Cougars, and they're looking to build upon some what I would call moral victories they've had so far this year.
Yeah, no bigger moral victory than when their opener against Fairfield. Fairfield, a team that has pretty much owned Central Noble for years and years, and ended up Fairfield only won that game by 14 points. Now, Fairfield is a team that's pretty much on the downswing right now, unfortunately for that program, and but that just shows Central Noble that they mean business. Now, they've had a few struggles here in the last couple weeks, but they would love nothing better than to get a big win tonight. Now, they're coached by Jeremy Yates, who has started off 0-4 here. He takes over for Brandon Bidding, who, if you remember, John, he left Fremont to take the Central Noble job, but he only went 2-28 during his tenure at Central Noble before. Now he's taken a job on into Fort Wayne. So,
Carroll High School. It looks like he's moved on to Carroll. So best of luck there to Coach Bidding.
Yeah, we know he's going to have some success down there. Some of the key players that they have here for Central Noble, a lot of junior players and sophomores who are, they're a young team with a lot of opportunity. Junior running back Talon Mock had 262 yards rushing a year ago, also plays well at linebacker. Junior running back Brock No, we heard his name a lot last year, has experience out of the backfield for the last 2 years, and he also may be playing quarterback. So far, not really sure if No or Smith is going to be starting at quarterback. That would be sophomore quarterback Shaw Smith, a young gun who's aiming to take a leadership role for the Cougars. How about Kyle Burns and Justin Lee, John?
Well, let's talk about him. At 6'4", 280 pound, he's a monster on the line for Central Noble. What's interesting, in the program, he's actually listed at 300 big ones, 300 large. That's a big boy. They'll be looking to run behind him as well as get some pass protection. Let's talk about some Cougar factoids. 6 returning starters on the offense and 8 on the defense. Now, that works for you and against you. It works for you that you have some incoming chemistry already together, but it works against you because of the big losing streak they've had. Maybe they have to shake that kind of monkey off their back.
Yeah, and the Cougars have definitely had this game circled on their calendar all season long as a must-win. You know, they don't want to hit 30 losses in a row, and they certainly want to get on the big win. Now, Fremont, it's been a few years now, but Fremont had a string of losses stretched out over 3 years as well, and when they finally broke that streak, it was really something. Now, what's really interesting is that back in 2003, John, it's only 10 years ago, Central Noble went 9-0, won the NECC outright, and then went to the sectional semifinal before losing to Garrett. But that team was a monster team. They'd love to see this be the opener for them to get back towards that.
Yeah, what a difference a decade makes for that football program. Absolutely. Huge difference. Well, folks, if you're watching on TV, it is time right here to welcome your Fremont Eagles.
Oh, they're getting fired up now.
Starting defensive lineup for your Eagles, number 3 at quarterback, Hunter Lescaliak.
And here come your Eagles! Now, John, just to take a look here at Fremont, of course, last week they won against Southern Wells, 27-26 in a double overtime thriller. That's their second win in a row against the Raiders. And the defense really stepped up big late in the game. They had a big block kick and a defensive stop late, that last play on the PAT. Awesome, awesome job. The Eagles are taking that pump right into this game.
Well, let me tell you, last week we saw a little bit of everything, including the kitchen sink, brother. It was all a part of that game last week. Everything from turnovers to interceptions to crazy touchdowns to trickeration. They had it all last week. It was an exciting ending, and I think it was the first time ever double overtime for the Eagles, and to come out with it a W. Now you can see on the sideline those Eagles are fired up. It's time to batten down the hatches because we got a slobber knocker on our hands, folks.
All right, just a few stats here as we get into this game. On offense, of course, Nate Beatty, senior running back, 85 rushes with 614 yards. John, that's a 7.2 average. He also has a touchdown, in addition to 199 yards receiving on 13 catches and 3 touchdowns as well. How about Caleb Hayes? How's he looking so far?
Well, let's talk about the haymaker here. He's 32 for 90, 389 yards, 5 touchdowns, 10 interceptions this year, but he is starting to find his groove. And I tell you what, I'm looking for some plays. We have keyed those plays or coined the phrase haymaker because he is not afraid to throw the ball, put that ball in the air, and make some big-time air assault plays. So we're hoping we're going to start out with some shock and awe tonight, baby.
All right, in addition, you got Brock Baker in the backfield. He's got a couple touchdowns, 1 on the ground, 1 receiving. And the defense, John, this is what Fremont's really hoping to step up big tonight. So far, they have lineman Brad Owen, of course, linebacker Brockham Sock'em Baker, and defensive lineman Logan Peel leading the way. Those guys with lots of tackles, lots of assists. Baker with the sack, and, of course, Peel with the big block kick last week. And then sophomore defensive back Jake Pelham. this kid really, I got a chance to meet him for the first time last week at the JV game, just get a chance to sit down and talk with him for a little bit. So far this year, John, 2 interceptions and as well as a fumble recovery, so he's definitely a significant secondary threat.
Yeah, looking for big stuff tonight from the defense, looking to make some stops. Of course, you've already mentioned the Brock of Gibraltar and others. And I tell you what, it's almost game time, and we just want to thank McClatcher's Refrigerating, Heating, and Cooling for that pregame show. They'll heat you up, and they'll cool you down. And we're ready to get red hot with your Fremont Eagles.
And this broadcast, boom, 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 powered by the computer station. So thank you for that. So Logan Peel, he's going to be down and ready to roll here.
Dr. K, he is one of the biggest kickers, I think, in high school football. The Peel monster, I tell you what. He's looking to lay a big one right here, big number 64.
Where was it that we saw another big kicker a couple weeks ago? I can't remember where that was. Was that Lakeland? I can't remember.
I believe. Lakeland, I believe. Here goes the kick.
A little poocher.
Little pooch.
And, it's on the ground. And smart play. That would be number 17, Colton Kirkpatrick, to fall on it. Smart play there, not trying to pick it up and run with it.
Yeah, it's always good, though, to start out maybe with a little trickeration, looking to make something happen, and it did work. We just didn't get a chance to recover it, so that's a good sign for the Eagles that we've already got them on their toes. So here's a big first down. We're going to see what the offense for the Cougars is going to look like. I think this first series, Dr. K, is going to tell us a lot about what this football team has improved on over the past year.
All right, it's a little moist on that field. Some slight rain here for a couple hours leading up to game time, but it looks like it's dissipated. So we have here the old school. I love this. They ran this. I saw this the other night, actually. There's a snap. It's going to be a run, and it's going to be about 3 yards on the play. That will be Brock No. We were talking at the outset who would be the quarterback, and it looks like No's stepping in. Junior, 5'9", 160.
Yeah, he's really going to be stepping in there, making some plays tonight, hopefully, for the Cougars. But the Eagles, again, big, nice stop there. You know, he came in, and I feel like the defense sent a message right there. It looked like they laid a lick. The quarterback was trying to run with purpose, but he was running fully upright, took some big pounding right off the bat, and that's what you want to do as a defense. Anytime you get a chance to lay a lick, you want to do it. I always say make them pay admission to spend time on Max Mitchell Field.
And we have 4 wide again here, a snap. It's a give to 7, and he's not going to be very far. 2 yards maybe for Alexander Collins on that run. And you know, John, Fremont's dressed in their nice-looking reds, but I tell you what, if I'm a defender, I want those white jerseys on the other side to get brown real fast.
Yeah, you want to dirty up the jerseys really big. You know, there's nothing more fun than playing in the rain-type weather unless you're a quarterback or somebody trying to hold on to the ball. But as a defensive player, you're loving it. Let's talk a little bit about between the tackles. You know that so far this year, Fremont has been very good at stopping runs between the tackles, and it looks like the Cougars are going to try and challenge that tonight.
This is definitely a key play, 3rd and 5 here. There's a give up the middle, number 7, and he is not going to get very far. He may have 3 yards after a second effort. Collins is going to get it now, make it 4th and 2. So they're on their own 40, John. You got to wonder here, at this point you're 0-4. Do you start going for it already and just say, let's just go play some ball?
If it's me, I go for it because, you know what do you got to lose? You know, you're looking at your 30th possible loss in a row. You want to make something happen. So, and that's exactly what they're going to do, folks. Huge 4th down for the Fremont defense.
No is in a long shotgun here. Wow. It might be a quick pick. It is a quick kick. Sure enough, it is. And that's going to drop at the 25 and die at about the 24.5-yard line. So Fremont will have 1st and 10. And so a nice defensive series for the Eagles, John. I got a quick question for you, John. The moisture out here that's on that ground, it may start to cause a little bit of slippage and things like that. Which team does that favor?
Well, I think it definitely favors the Eagles because you have got weapons on the ground. Fremont's ground game has been absolutely stellar this year. You've got Beatty Juice. You've got Brock'em Sock'em, the Brock of Gibraltar, whatever you want to call him. You've got a great ground game, and then Caleb Hayes is a great mobile quarterback, too.
All right, so speaking of the haymaker, he's going to take the snap. It's going to be a give up the middle.
Touchdown.
And that is at Beatty Juice. He's at the 50. He's at the 40, the 30. One man to beat. 20, 10. Tries to get him. He's not going to get him. Big touchdown. Nate Beatty Juice, 76 yards. Wow. Just like that. And you said it.
Yeah, you can tell, right? There are certain things when you see the defense pinch like they did, and they all had everybody up. If you can just get to second level, you are not going to stop Nate Beatty. And so they rolled the dice there. He got second level and made him pay. Awesome job by Nate Beatty Juice Beatty.
Wow, what a great way to start the game. One carry, 76 yards, and a touchdown for Beatty Juice. And he'll now hold the point after. And it is no good. It's tipped and no good on the extra point. And that extra point kick was 15, Kyle Lowe. Now, I got to tell you, Kyle Lowe, John, that's not Kyle Lowe. Jake Pelham. Okay, we had a number change on us here. Jake Pelham. Well, Jake Pelham with the kick there. Great kid. But anyway, I was speaking about Kyle Lowe. We're going to keep it here for just a moment. Kyle Lowe, John, on Monday during the JV game, with about 5 minutes left to go in the game against the Elkhart Eagles, took a real big shot near the end zone, and they had to stabilize his neck. They brought in the ambulance. They had to go in and do some x-rays and things like that, and it came out. Everything looked okay. So thank goodness. I'm sure he had a nice headache the next day, but praise God that he's okay, and he's going to be back and ready to roll very soon.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. That's the power of prayer. A lot of people were praying about that situation. We're glad to see that he recovered there. Let's go back to that touchdown again. As you know, I was like calling touchdown as soon as he got the ball, because once you get that hole, that's the thing. I was talking about the advantage of Fremont. When you have playmakers like Beatty, all they need is one person to beat. If they can beat that person, get to the second level, you're not going to catch them based on speed. So that was a great play.
All right, so here we go to start it off. The kick, and it's well, that was a Peel's kind of like, I don't think that went quite far enough. So Central, it was going to be some trickeration, but unfortunately, that's going to give Central Noble an excellent field position. And John, we were just talking about it from the outset. I'm not really sure. This is kind of like a team that's asleep and ready to come awake alive really fast. I'm not sure I want to give them that kind of field position to start it off.
No, they look very purposeful and focused in their warm-ups. Now, here's the thing, though. If they're going to be successful in this game, I would say they're going to have to do something other than run up the middle, because that's just the way it's been. Extremely tough between the tackles.
Yeah, Fremont definitely this year. And we looked like we had a movement.
Big hit.
And that's huge. Nice big hit. Flock of Eagles stop Alexander Collins. Here's the thing, John, we were just talking about, you just brought it up here, going up the middle, this team against really even the big three at the beginning of the year, you could not run up the middle against this Eagle team.
No, if you want to gain ground on the Fremont defense, the only way you're going to be able to do that is to bounce things to the outside. We have been tough to the tackles, whether it was Busco, whether it was Fairfield, whether it was Lakeland. We shut things down on the inside, and so I'm content to let the Cougars run up the middle all night long.
Yep. 5 carries, 9 yards for the Cougars to start this game. They're going to throw the ball, and it is a completed pass. Nice job. It's a gain of about 7 yards or so, and that pass was completed to number 15, Joel Cocard, it looks like here, so it'll be a 3rd and about 3.
Well, this is an absolutely huge play for the Fremont defense, because you've been able to get them to go 3 and out. You're looking to make them go 3 and out again here. So if you are a defensive player, you're looking, saying, hey, this is going to be a kind of an interesting play, because if you're on defense, they could run the ball or they could go that hot route and throw the ball. You're kind of in interesting territory when you've only got about 4 yards to go or 3 yards to go.
Big key play. He's going to keep it, and he's going to be stuffed. Wow. 2 Eagles there saying, I don't think so. We got number 64, Peel, and we've got Brad Owen.
Well, you knew it had to be Brad Owen because you saw the aftermath there. I always love his celebrations there. He's a great kid, plays a lot of heart, a lot of passion. So now you're 4th, and you're across the 40. You would think, even though it's a long shot, you'd got to go for that. You would think.
Well, if you're going to go for
They ran. I'm still surprised they're running up the middle. I don't understand that, but we're content to have that all night long.
if you're going to run it, if you're going to go for it on your own 40, you're probably going to go for it on their 40. So let's see. Sure enough, they are. It's a throw, and it is incomplete. Wow, looked like it was tipped away. Yeah, looked like it was tipped, and because of the tip, it just was just outside of his ability to get control of it. So Fremont's going to take over at their own 39. So Fremont's got a great start to this ball game.
Well, folks, will lightning strike twice? Will Nate Beatty get that ball and take it to the house again? He's got reservations for 6. I think the only thing that might be able to stop him is some yellow hankies on the table.
Yeah, and that really was a that's been a tough thing for Fremont. Lots of mistakes, lots of penalties in the first 4 games. That's certainly something that Coach Maximchuk and the rest of the staff do not like to see. They don't want to see it again. Baker is going to take it, and he's going to have a nice run, a gain of about 5 yards. 2nd and 5, John. What does that give you as a quarterback to start at 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5?
Well, mentally, it's a great thing because you know you're halfway to the first down. As a coach, it opens up the playbook for all kinds of stuff because you basically almost got like a down to give here.
Absolutely. There we go. We're going to give it up. It's going to be a give to Beatty. He's going to try to get around the corner. He's in the secondary, and another big run. Nate Beatty is going to he's going to have about 13, 14 yards on that carry. Another first down, Eagles.
I thought that he might be able to break that out of the second level there, but very close again. I would keep feeding him the ball all night because, again, if he can break that one tackle, beat that one man in the secondary, he's going to be in the house.
Here goes the Fremont hurry up. It's a pitch to Beatty. Tries to find the corner. A nice stiff arm. Wow. Nice spin move, and he's going to get down to about the 31-yard line. Woo! And that's another Fremont first down.
Well, as a defensive player, there's nothing more demoralizing than having a player running the ball and stiff arm and take you out. Great job by Beatty Juice right there.
Fremont has their motor running so far in this game. Over 100 yards of offense already, and we're less than 2 minutes in. And they get about 4 yards on the carry there. So, yeah, John, here we are. I take that back. We're almost halfway through the first quarter, but still, halfway through the first quarter, we already have 100 yards of offense. Not too shabby.
Not too shabby at all, brother. But let me tell you what. Oh, there we go again. There's a give up middle. He's going to pound and ground, and he's going to be brought down by a host of Cougars. When I said not too shabby, what I was talking about is also we have been playing mistake-free football. There has been no penalties so far, which has really been an Achilles heel for the Eagles. So it's positives all the way around tonight.
Yeah, I might have been complaining a little bit last week about the flags. I don't know. If you watched last week's broadcast, you might have seen me get a little upset about that. But whatever. Water under the bridge. All right, here we got an option throw. It's going to be pitched back to Beatty. And he is going to be slammed down right in front of the official. And no flag for horse collar. They must have said he had the shoulder. But it is going to be no gain. So now Fremont, 4th down. But here's the thing, John. They're at about the 27-yard line. They're definitely going for it on this one.
They're going to go. They're going to say, Cougars, come and stop us here. And I really believe it's going to get the ball either the Beatty or, well, I tell you what, look at this formation. You got Beatty going out for the pass here. Anything can happen. You got mobility of Haymaker. We're going to see what happens. He drops back.
Looking to throw, and it's complete for a Fremont first down. That is Zach Rebel.
Well, here's the thing. Hayes took a big hit and still made the completion, folks. That's exciting. That's called mental toughness. That's called awareness, being able to stay in that pocket even as it was collapsing. Exciting, exciting.
You know, it reminds me of Chandler McDowell. Same thing. Stood in the pocket, took a lot of big hits. And nice run by Beatty. Gain of about 3, it looks like there. But, yeah, you know, that's the thing. I think Caleb Hayes has taken a page out of Chandler McDowell's playbook here and you know, stay in the pocket, take the hit, bounce right back up, and do it again. That's what I really like to see here. So here's the Haymaker. He's going to give it off to Brock'em Sock'em Baker, and he's going to drag a big pile down about 2 yards short of the first down pylon. So here we are with 3rd and 2 at about the 8.
Well, let me tell you a little bit about Brocky. He runs with purpose. I tell you what, he's a punishing runner. He puts that shoulder down and just drills people all the way. So here we go, big 3rd down. Haymaker's going to give it to Beatty. And I don't know. Here, let's look. All right. Now you're in interesting territory here. You're definitely going to go for it. But what kind of play do you call here? You've got kind of a whole lot of options you could go with here.
I bring in Tiny. That's what I say at this point.
Tiny on one. Tiny on one. Ready? Break. Where's the fringe?
Well, they do have a nice big background setup here. Up the middle, touchdown, Rocky! Big touchdown run by Barackam Sock'em Baker. That's going to make it 12-0 Fremont with 3:43 left here in the first. That play developed very well, John.
Well, that was an excellent play, and what I like is on 4th down, you have all these guys coming looking to stop a short yardage run. He just gets through there, runs with purpose, and finds a way to get in the end zone, folks. That's exciting football. And the extra point is going to be good. So now things are really rocking and rolling here at Max Mitchell on homecoming. I think we're going to take a break. It's Fremont Eagles football, 101 Lakes Network, FremontEaglesFootball.com.
You trust your heating and cooling needs to the best name in the business? Call 665-8880 for McLashers, the unbeatables in heating and cooling. 665-8880. Shouldn't you trust your heating?
Hi, I'm John Thornton from the Beams Funeral Home in Fremont, Indiana, and we're proud to help support the Steuben County Athletics on the 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20.
All right, we are back, and with 3:43 left in the first quarter, Fremont, it is all Fremont right now after the extra point. Fremont leads 13-0 against Central Noble. And we said at the outset, John, that Central Noble was a much improved team, and I think they are. But what Fremont has done is they have executed their game plan without fail. Mistake-free football, you got to love it. That's what the coaches have been wanting all year long. Well, here's the kick by Peel. It's a little squibber. It's going to be caught at about the 22, 23-yard line. And that's number 7, Alexander Collins. And he's still on his feet and finally brought down at the 46-yard line. So Central Noble, 3 consecutive drives in great field position. Now the first 2 they weren't able to take advantage of. Let's see if they can do it on the 3rd.
Yeah, this is going to be a huge, huge drive because if you're the Fremont Eagles, you can really demoralize things here in the first quarter by getting them to go 3 and out. If Central Noble puts something together because of where they are out in the field, they're getting moral victories here. So they're just going to kind of try and hang around this whole game. If they put a score in here, it's a whole new ball game. So the defense has got to come up big right here.
So here's the snap. Brockno pitches to Collins, right side, and stuffed. Just stuffed. And we have our first hanky on the prairie of the game.
First hanky of the night.
Let's see what their call is. Not really sure what it would be. I don't know. I mean,
they're having conference.
that's usually bad news. Let's see what the man in the white hat has to say. Face mask. Personal foul. Face mask against Fremont. So that's a big mistake. And we were just talking about mistake-free football. All of a sudden, Central Noble is in excellent shape again.
Well, you heard me talk about this in the past. There are games this year that because of mental mistakes, we've actually beat ourselves. The only thing that's stopped our drives is making these mental errors. And so this is going to be a costly one. I know it's homecoming, but you've got to keep your emotions in check. You've got to play smart football. All things are going your way. It's time to take care of business right here on defense.
No takes a snap, throw on a screen, and hit almost immediately. Only a 2-yard gain is number 30, Caleb Mooney. Nice job from Pelham and Sickling on the tackles. Nice work, and so that they're going to say 3 yards, 2 yards, so it'll be 2nd and 8.
Generous spot there.
Indeed. Well, so that's going to put Central Noble at the 35-yard line. Yeah, so far, I mean, Central Noble has looked pretty fluid at times, but they're going to need to really get the ball further upfield if they're going to make anything happen big. There goes Collins again, and he's going to be hit after maybe 2 more yards. So now we're looking at 3rd and about 6.
All right. So, again, Fremont, even though you had the penalty there, what you'd like to do and mentally is get them 3 and out. You gave up that first down due to a penalty. But this is going to be huge. Can they convert on third down? I would say this is absolutely four-down territory no matter what. Again, you're in this interesting yard place where, you know, at this kind of call, when you're looking at 7 yards, the playbook is wide open what you're going to do.
Well, Central Noble so far has not been effective on third down. Let's see if they can get their first conversion on third. Broken up the middle. Throw is complete, and he is going to be – oh, boy, it's close to a first down. Very close to a first down. But we have a flag. Uh-oh, that's not a good sign. That could be roughing the passer, and it is indeed roughing the passer. Wow.
Well, I played football in a different era where you wanted to hit the quarterback as hard as you could, so I can't fault the kid for going all out. But it is a different era. We do live in a different time, so that is going to be extremely costly. And here again, if you're the defense, you want to make them earn these yards. You do not want to give them, and so you've got to keep your emotions in check and play smart football. And, you know, they knew what roughing the passer is. You know, they've been coached on this. So you want to make smart decisions here. But the football side of me always likes to see a good hard smack.
Yeah, the sad fact is if you look at the stats, the leading offensive weapon for Central Noble so far has been the Fremont defense. Because of penalties, pointless penalties. So Fremont's going to have to rectify that problem here right away, or they're going to give Central Noble an opportunity to stay in. It's going to be a throw. He's going to try to hit the corner, and it is complete for a touchdown. Joel Cougars is going to score, and wide open touchdown, and that's exactly what Fremont could not afford to happen. Is they gave up 2 big penalties and it opened up their playbook, and they've just hit 6 points.
Yeah, when you're across the 50, you have all kinds of options, and here's what we're talking about. I really believe that, you know, they weren't seeing success with the run up the middle, but that was their game plan, is to try and go, soften you up for the pass, make you respect the run, and then go for the pass, and that is evidently was a game plan. But again, Fremont still, I would say momentum is still in their favor. Here goes the kick, and it is going to be good.
All right, well, Central Noble right back in this ball game. Fremont's going to have to do something if they want to shut this thing down early. Fremont leads 13-7, 1:48 left in the first. We'll take this break from Napa, FremontEaglesFootball.com.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors, but not defenses. Yeah, I make the right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do. Never know how. Never know how.
You want to take that.
All right, John, we're back, and you had a few comments there about that last play and mental state here.
Yeah, when you run up the middle all the time as a defensive lineman, you're looking for that run. You're hungry to make that play. And what happens is when you run up the middle continually, what it actually does is open up the pass because you have to respect the run. So even though Fremont was extremely effective on shutting that thing down, it did open up a big pass play. But here's where we said is key. Fremont has got to shut the door right now, take the ball, drive it down their throats, put it in the end zone, and leave no doubt about it.
All right, so Central Noble now. Yeah, Central Noble feels a little confident here, and they may be going for a little trickeration, as the coach has said here, with taking a long time in the huddle there. So we'll see what happens. Number 58, here it is. It is a little dribbler. It's going to be taken by 15 Pelham, and he really, got a lot more yardage than I anticipated, and the pile is going to be stopped at about the 46-yard line, so Fremont will have 1st and 10 and great field position.
Yeah, excellent field position for the Eagles. Now, here's why you want to go for these squib kicks. When it's wet, that's when you tend to see the fumbles happen. When it's wet out there and you kick it hard, you tend to say, hey, the ball's wet, if you can get it to bounce like that. So that definitely was an interesting call, but you knew something was up with how long they took in the huddle for the actual kickoff. So here come the Eagles out, ready to get something rocking and rolling on offense. And looking, I'm going to assume I'm going to call Beatty on one, but we'll see. And no, it's a give. It looks like the Brock'em Sock'em Baker.
And he's going to have a short gain, so that's going to make it 2nd, and we'll call it 9 here. So Brock No, the quarterback, playing defense there with the stop. So, Fremont here now close to midfield. And let's see what they have in store. I can't imagine that Coach Maximchuk will play 3 yards and a cloud of dust football all the way down the field. I would imagine he's going to open something up pretty fast. It's going to be Baker again up the middle. Nice job. Good run. And we have a fumble. I believe they're calling him down. They're calling him down. And he will be at the 46-yard line, so it will be a 3rd and 3. Key play for the Eagles.
Yeah, dodged a big bullet here with making sure that he was down. Now, here we go. Fremont goes to the no huddle. They're really going to try and assert their will here. Big 3rd down for the Fremont Eagles.
You got to think that this no huddle may wear down that Central Noble defense as time goes on, but we'll see. Big stick in the backfield. Nate Beatty brought down with authority, and that was number 12, Shaw Smith, sophomore, 5'10", 155. He is the backup quarterback as well. So, wow, all of a sudden Central Noble is getting some life here. We got a 4th and 6.
Well, we talked about wearing down the defense. Maybe our offense is getting a little tired too. That works both ways sometimes. Good timeout. Here we got 8 seconds before the end of the quarter. We're going to take a timeout too. Coach Maximchuk's getting the troops fired up in the sidelines. You are watching Fremont Eagles football, FremontEaglesFootball.com, Channel 20.
Do you have a smashed iPhone or iPad? iParts Guy can fix any cracked iPhone, iPad, or iPod. They sell iPhones, iPads, and so much more. Call Kyle at 260-316-0098. iParts Guy.
Affordable, carefree senior living has a new name, Terrace Ridge Apartments. Terrace Ridge Apartments is Steuben County's newest 55 and over community and is located within the terraces at Buck Lake. Terrace Ridge has 4 spacious floors with 1 and 2 bedroom floor plans to choose from with all new appliances. All utilities are included with your rental agreement. Enjoy senior living at its best at Terrace Ridge Apartments. Stop in or call for a tour today and see how easy we can make Terrace Ridge your new home.
And we're back. 4th down here, folks. Looks like we're going to give a nice big punt.
4th down.
Could be trickeration, though.
Could be. Let's see if they try to pin him deep.
He's going to punt.
Kick. And a nice one. And that's going to put it down at the 2-yard line. What a punt by Nate Beatty. Wow.
Well, he has got a weapon with those legs, whether he's running the ball or he's kicking it. Huge weapon. It is going to bury the Cougars very deep, and this is where you're looking for the Fremont Eagles to come away with a safety, a touchdown, a turnover. Something big can happen here when you're in this kind of territory, folks. So this is going to be huge right now. Looking for Fremont to have a huge turnover here, folks. If you're at home, I want to tell you, it is an exciting night for homecoming here at Max Mitchell. Got a great group of people out here tonight. They're fired up. Both teams giving it their all right here. So let's watch what happens here with the Cougars on the 2.
All right, here it is, a give. And not much. That's going to be 7. Alexander Collins. And they get maybe 1 yard, so Fremont still has them pinned deep at their own 3.
Yeah, if you can get them to go 3 and out where they have to punt from the end zone, you love that because that's when you send the house. You get a block for a touchdown. So let's look and see what happens.
We got a report already. Angola leads Busco at the end of 1, 7-6.
That's a shocker to me. Big-time shocker.
We'll see if that holds up here, but so far, impressive start by the Hornets. All right, here it is. The give. He's going to try to throw. And incomplete. Ooh, that's risky move deep in your own territory.
Yeah, you know I am a gambler when it comes to play calling, especially on Madden or NCAA football. But when it comes down to the real deal, you don't usually throw when you're buried there. But here's the interesting thing. That kid was open. Yeah. So had he had a good pass and, a good catch, wouldn't have been a bad play call. This is absolutely huge because if the Fremont Eagles stop him here, they're going to be punting from underneath the goalpost.
in the shadow of your own goalpost. So Central Noble's going to, they're going to want to get out of this really quick. All right, so here comes No. He's going to take the snap. And it's a fumble, and it's going to be a safety. It's going to be a safety, and Fremont has put 2 defensive points on the board. Now that is a huge play, John, because instead of it being a 6-point lead, it's now 8.
Yeah, absolutely. That could have been a big game changer. You know, Fremont had missed the 1 extra point, getting the 2 back. Now it is more than a touchdown difference. This is going to be absolutely huge, and see how this plays out over the course of the rest of this game. But definitely a big momentum lift for the Eagles. But if you're the Cougars, you're thinking, well, better give up 2 than 6.
Well, that's true. The only bad thing about it is that's one of those plays where when you score, you get the ball back. It's kind of like winners outs in basketball back on the playground here. Yep. So now the Eagles are going to be preparing for a punt return.
And they should get fantastic field position from this.
Oh, absolutely. I would think so. So here we are. Beautiful night here at Max Mitchell. Once again, Kim Quick doing a phenomenal job with the best field in the NECC. Dare I say the state.
Yeah, absolutely. Best field in the state. I'll say that for sure.
Oh, yeah. So now let's see here. We've got ourselves. Now, where is the punt? I believe is usually from the 20-yard line. Is that right? That's where the zebra is standing right now for this kick. You know, the safety is such a rare play. Sometimes you forget exactly how things work, especially when you're in high school, because you see it more often in pros or college.
Wait, are they kicking from the 20? I always thought you had to punt, but
yeah, I did too.
Cool. Yeah, we don't see it very often.
Yeah. They're using a tee and they're going to actually kick it off. I thought it was a punt, but maybe that's just the higher levels. That could be what it is. Well, regardless, the ball's at the 20, so Beatty standing at his own 30, and I think he's going to actually get that ball a lot closer. And it actually is. It's going to drop and hit just past the 50. Beatty takes it on the run. He's at the 50. He's past midfield and brought down. Nice tackle. Brought down number 17, Colin Kirkpatrick. But it is Fremont ball just inside Central Noble territory to start it off. Great field position.
Great field position, and I do want to give props. That was a nice tackle that could have saved a huge play there. So, again, the Cougars, if they have some kind of moral victory here, they've been able to make a stop now twice on Nate Beatty. But you'd stop him twice, but you aren't going to stop him 3 times. My prediction, Beatty to the house right here.
Or Baker to the hay house.
Or Haymaker. One of the 3.
Yeah, I love it because it's usually one of the 3 whoever touch it. That's safe. All right, here it is. Haymaker. It's going to be a give. And a bounce, and he's and that's Baker, and he's going to get close back. I think he may have got back to the line of scrimmage, maybe. And it's going to be second down, but boy, that could have been a 3-4 yard loss.
Yeah, absolutely. You can't arm tackle this kid. He's got good, fundamental, hard-running football skills, and if you don't wrap him up, he is going to knock you down and get what I call the yak time, which is tearing it up on the field. Here we go.
That's a give to Beatty, and again, they're ready for it, but he squeezes through. He's like a greased pig and gets about 9 yards on the carry.
That's what I'm talking about. We call this just being what I call running with purpose, just getting it done, just saying, hey, you're not going to bring me down. I'm gonna make you yak. I'm going to get after you. I'm going to do what I have to do. And that's what makes a defense is, I tell you, it totally gasses you. It makes you want to yak when you can get that going.
And you got to love the fact that these Fremont running backs have been trained over and over and over again. Don't go down on the first hit. Keep moving. Keep trucking. Yep. There's Baker. Spins a little bit. He will have a first down, a gain of about 3 yards. So Fremont now with a first down inside the 40. So, boy, I tell you what, John, other than a couple defensive mistakes, Fremont has played really about as close to a perfect game as you can expect.
Absolutely. Momentum, everything is going Fremont's way. They just need to continue to take care of business and say what I did earlier, shut the door. Put the nail in the coffin early right here.
It's going to be a throw, screen to the outside, and he slips and falls, so it is actually going to be about a yard loss maybe, and that was a pass completed to Andrew LaRose for a -1. So if he wouldn't have slipped, he had a chance maybe on that, appeared like a bubble screen there. We got ourselves a 2nd and 11. Shotgun again. And it's going to be it's going to be a run by Baraki.
He's got room. He's got a lane.
He cuts back, and he's going to gain about 5 yards on the option.
Nice way to make him bite down. Pitch at the right time. Excellent play. Now, 3rd down and 6. This is huge because you want to keep momentum going your way. You'd like to have just a drive. And, again, I think you're definitely in 4-down territory when you're in the driver's seat as Fremont is. But this is a huge, huge 3rd down. You're in a critical area. Could we see a throw here by the Haymaker? He's going to drop back, exactly what I said, but he's going to get hit. But, and a little extracurricular there.
Well, 4th down. That's going to bring up 4th down, and Fremont not known to punt the ball inside the 40-yard line. 7 yards here to go for the 1st down. You got to expect they're going to go for it here, and we'll see what happens.
4th down and 7.
Haymaker drops back. There goes
It's going to be a throw and almost picked off. And I tell you, if Kyle Burns picks that ball off, he is gone, John. There was not a soul near him that could have stopped him.
Meow. That's what we call just dodging a bullet, baby. That could have been disastrous. But again, Fremont, when things are going your way, they're going your way. And like I said, what I love is Fremont is not afraid to throw the football. I love seeing that. Now, Central Noble, again, that's just a little victory for you, though. Knowing that you made a stop there, that's huge.
Well, Central Noble, even though Fremont dodged a bullet, Central Noble has the ball, which gives them a chance to tie this ball game. Noah's going to throw it long down the field, and it's picked off! Number 11, Nate Beatty, he's going to cut back. He's going to try to find it. He's going to slide down. Smart play. Smart play to just hold on to the ball. Maybe he realized he didn't have a good handle of it or something with the moisture and just said, instead of risking a fumble, I'm just going to knock it down here and give my team a chance at 1st and 10 in excellent field position.
Now, I don't understand what happened with the quarterback there was he thought he was going to go for it all and just did not look like he had a good grip on the ball. It was not a well-thrown ball. It looks like it was just maybe because of the moisture, because he was throwing right into the double coverage there.
And I think it was probably the other way, too, when Beatty had it. I think run up the middle, up the gut, Beatty across midfield, and a nice 5-yard run, 2nd and 5. And, again, that just really opens up so many options for the Eagles when you have a second and when you get 2nd down, you've already got half of your yardage gain towards the 1st down marker.
And it has to be very discouraging for the Cougars. You make a stop and then give up the INT right away. Here we go. We got a lane. He could go. No flag?
Right. That was close, but it is going to be a Fremont 1st down. That ball is at the 40, and the man in the white hat says, 1st down, Fremont. Well, we do have, let's take a look at a couple scores here. Eastside and Fairfield tied up 7-7 in the 1st. Let's see. Angola again up Angola leading Busco 7-6 at the end of 1. We don't have an updated score on that yet. And nothing from Prairie Heights just yet as they play Woodland. So we'll see. Nate Beatty with a nice run. And that's going to be a gain of about 6 yards, 5-6 yards. So here we go again. I think we're going to hear that a lot tonight. 2nd and 4, 2nd and 5, John.
Yeah, that's where you want to be, man. Anytime you can get 5 yards on 1st down, you love it. Here we go. Haymaker calls the shot. He's going to give again to Beatty Juice. Wow, that was a big stop. I tell you what, that was a hard hit. Let's see, hopefully Beatty can shake that off and get right back up. There he goes.
That's the thing about Beatty. He just pops right back up. He's like, what was it, Timex? Takes a licking.
Keeps on ticking.
Yep. Stonebreaker, I like that name. Stonebreaker with the stop on the play. 3rd and short. A give to Baker. He's going to have a 1st down. And he's going to gain about 4 or 5 yards on the play. So Fremont now playing very conservative football, but I got to expect this is part of the game plan. They're getting ready to set up something big.
Yeah, you would think, again, you've set up the run, you've established the run. Now Haymaker's going to hit the end zone here before too long.
And I would think, too, you've had plenty of 5- and 6-yard carries on first down. Why not a throw? And it is another run. And it is another 5- or 6-yard carry for Fremont. I tell you what, hey, on the other side, too, what's working, keep on doing it.
Yeah, if it's not broke, you don't fix it. It's going to be timeout Central Noble. They want to slow some things down. We're going to take a timeout, too. You're watching 101 Lakes Network, FremontEaglesFootball.com.
The excitement is building here at Cameron Memorial Community Hospital as we start our new facility, Cameron Memorial Community Hospital, well into the future. The excitement is building here at Cameron Memorial Community Hospital as we start our new facility, Cameron Memorial Community Hospital, well into the future. The excitement is building here at Cameron Memorial Community Hospital as we start our new facility, Cameron Memorial Community Hospital, well into the future.
All right, we are back, and Fremont in charge, large and in charge here. This will be the, I believe, third and if maybe even fourth consecutive play where Fremont will have 2nd and 5 or less. Actually, I guess it's a 2nd and 6, but still very good running on first down. It's going to be a throw. He's going to try to hit down the middle of the field. He's going to complete it. Touchdown, Fremont. That is Brock'em Sock'em Baker. Touchdown, Eagles.
Fantastic play. That was one of the things we talked about, was he kind of felt like Haymaker was ready to do something big, and he did. It paid off. Love to see that. Go Eagles.
Beautiful, beautiful play. And that gives Fremont now a 21-7 lead. So because of the safety, we now have ourselves an opportunity to take the extra point, give us a nice big lead here. The kick, and it is blocked. Well, hey, thank goodness for the safety, because now that makes it 21-7. Fremont leading by 2 scores. We're going to take a quick break from the computer station. Fremont Eagles football, Fremont Eagles football. The computer station, sales, service, repair. 114 West Toledo Street in Fremont, 495-9800. Whatever your computer needs, sales or service, Computer Station has what you're looking for. We're available online at computerstationonline.net.
Trusted Dentistry is comprehensive. Receive a complete oral evaluation and treatment options that work for you. Convenient. Dr. Moore and his highly skilled staff provide all treatments in one location with weekend hours and same-day emergency visits. Comfortable. Have a pain-free experience with conscious sedation in a positive environment. Affordable. With low monthly payment plans, you don't have to wait for care you need right now. Trusted Dentistry. Only at Angola Dental Center.
All right, folks, don't forget, at halftime we have the Mitchell's Menswear Halftime Show, the official
tuxedo provider for the coach at his brother's wedding this weekend.
Oh, yeah, baby, that's coming next week. Fremont leads 21-7, 6:22 left until halftime with that Mitchell's Menswear Halftime Show. And here comes the kick. It's a little poocher. It's going to be taken at about the 25-yard line. That'll be 17. I believe that's Kirkpatrick. And he is going to be brought down. A nice return. And we have another flag. Now, it's on the Fremont side of things, so that usually does not bode well for the Eagles. And it is against Central Noble. All right, so, okay, that's good news. That's going to push them back. Let's see where they move this ball. It's going to be a nice big move. That's going to put them inside their own 30 with 6:16 left. I tell you, John, Fremont's offense has put some points on the board. Fremont's defense has put some points on the board. But the defense would be hungry to get some more right about now.
Yeah, the defense needs to get a score this game just to establish dominance. So this is a big series here. You don't want to let Cougars get back into it. There goes the pitch. He's got some room, but big pursuit. Oh, and he got rocked at the end of that play right there. He took a big shot.
And apparently, yeah, and so we got a couple Fremont players slow to get up, including Brockham, Sock'em, Baker. He was slow to get up too, but that's going to be a, that's amazing. That's one of those as a 4-yard gain, and I think they ran about 20 yards to get 4 yards. So, excuse me, we got ourselves a second down. Ball inside. There's less than half of the quarter left. We have a whistle here by the Zebras. Let's see what the man in the white hat's thinking right about now. Okay. Maybe it's they're replacing a player who was equipment something it looks like. Okay. All right, so they'll whistle that back in here. So, okay, so clock rolling, 5:35 and counting here. And 2nd and 6. Here's the take by No. He's going to take it himself up the middle, sees something he likes, hits his own player, and he's going to be brought down. And there's a late flag again. Let's see what's going on here. Right.
Keep your heads.
No, I think would have had probably about 4 or 5 more yards if he hadn't hit his own player. And it's against Fremont.
Personal foul against Fremont.
And that's going to be another hurt play. Speculation is helmet to helmet. Boy, oh boy. And Fremont, again, John, here we go with the 15-yard penalties. That's the 3rd one in the first half.
Yeah, these penalties are killers because they put the other team into a position where they could possibly keep this drive alive, and that's exactly what they did. Again, huge stop up the middle. They're going to try and run and run and run, but here's the thing. You might stop them on 2 or 3 downs, then you give up a big penalty, and you just keep them in the ballgame. You don't want to let anybody ever hang around.
We live in a different, like you were saying earlier, John, we live in a different day and age. It used to be, forearm tackles and, light them up, helmet to helmet stuff. That was encouraged. That was good stuff. But, as time goes on here, we've seen the studies. We've seen the information come out about concussions, and that's absolutely not what you want to be doing, especially leading them with the helmet. Again, that's speculation, not sure exactly, but it was a personal foul, a mistake on the defense again. So it's a fumble, ball's on the ground, still on the ground, and Fremont has it. And that's Brad Owen who scooped it up, and Fremont's going to get that ball. Now, John, one thing you saw there from several players on both sides was trying to pick it up in stride instead of just fall on it. Fremont could have had it once or twice. Central Noble could have had it back once or twice, but they just kept trying to pick it up. And luckily for Fremont, it actually worked out on their favor on like the 2nd or 3rd try.
Yeah, absolutely, man. When that ball's there, do the right thing. Just fall on it. But I'm thankful that they didn't. And here goes the Eagles. We have a nice give right there to Beatty. And he's brought down. That's going to be a big flag from deep. That flag came from deep in the zone, and I know that looks like a face mask. And I think it's going to be the big one.
I think you may be right, and it is. So that's going to be a 15-yarder. So I tell you, up to this point, the 15-yard penalties have been owned by Fremont. Central Noble says, hey, can we get in this game? We want a big penalty too, and they got one. So now with 4:15 left, Fremont's going to start this drive at about the 32-yard line. Excellent spot for Fremont to start it out. Big run into the secondary. I believe that was Brockham Sock'em, and that's going to be a first down. First down, Fremont at the 20, John. 3:58 to go.
Well, you are right on. Here we go. What do we got here? It's going to be – we got a timeout here, folks. Oh, no, it's just we got a late chain gang there. So, okay, things are back. Ball's on the 21, just a hair outside the red zone. Fremont's knocking on the door looking to get it into the house here.
Here we go. A run up the middle. Another give. Beatty Juice. And that's going to be a gain of about 7, I believe. So nice run. Make that 6 or so. So that's going to be 2nd and 4. I'm going to watch it right here. 3:30 left until halftime. That would be the Mitchell's Menswear halftime show. And also later today, we have the Angola Dental Center post-game show, along with the Powers Automotive players of the game and the iParts guys play of the game. And, of course, our broadcast, John, powered by the computer station. Talk to Jim Weber on West Toledo. He'll take care of all your needs. BD is going to be wrapped up. It's going to be a short gain. And I believe that's going to be a gain maybe of 1. So we're looking at about 3rd and about 3 maybe on this play here.
Well, again, last time Fremont had short, when they were in the red zone, they took it to the house, and I expect nothing different right here. I'm predicting Brock'em Jock'em, Brock'em Sock'em, the Brock of Gibraltar, Brocky, whatever you want to call him, or Beatty Juice taking it to the house right here. You got all kinds of weapons to choose from when you're Fremont.
3rd and 3. Another give. That's Brock'em Sock'em. He may be close to the marker.
He's going to gain 2 or 3, close to the first down.
Let's see what the man in the white hat has to say. It's going to be short? All right.
But they're just going to punch it in.
Yeah, you know they're just going to go for it here. So.
And Fremont will have 4th down and 1.
It's where you have the hog mollies take over and you just pound that ball down their throats right here. That's what you do.
Let's see if we have a keeper. Nope, it's going to be a give, and Beatty's going to squeeze through with more, but the ball falls out. And they're going to call it a fumble. It looked like he was down, but they're going to call it a fumble.
Ball's loose, and they're going to give it to Central Noble.
Wow. It looked pretty clear on the video that he was down by contact. That ball popped up when the ball hit the ground. But they don't have the luxury of video out there, John. And so, therefore, it's going to be Central Noble, but it is deep in their own territory.
Yeah, that's disappointing, but all you do as a defense, you just say, we're going to come out. You got the ball back. We're going to get the ball back, and we're going to take it and put it right back in your house. We're going to take a timeout here. You're watching Fremont Eagles Football, 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20, FremontEaglesFootball.com. Very deep.
And a big pile moves forward a little bit for the Cougars. That's going to give them a little bit of breathing room, 2nd and about 8.
When you're buried this deep, you just have one thing on your mind, ball security. You want to protect that ball. You're telling the guys in the huddle, hey, whatever you do, don't put that ball on the ground. Fremont's thinking just the opposite. They're going to be trying to put a helmet on the ball. They're going to try and club it. They're going to try and strip it and take one to the house here. So this is a big 2nd down.
No is going to take it under center here. And he's going to punch it through himself again. Fremont's going to try to strip it. And he's going to get about 2 yards on the carry. So now a little more breathing room again. It's going to be 3rd and 6.
Well, when you get those piles moving, here's the thing. When that pile is there and you're driving and there's no whistle, that's when you see the strips. That's when you see the ball pop out because there's only so many hands you can defend against. So Fremont, again, if they decide to run up the middle again, I'm looking for a big fumble recovery right here. Big strip.
Well, the clock is just rolling. Central Noble confident or comfortable with just taking it to halftime. You got to wonder maybe the Fremont takes a strategy of calling a timeout here, but it doesn't look like that's going to happen. They're going to try to stop them here. And they're going to just bowl it right up again, and nothing doing. And that'll bring up 4th down. But unless Fremont calls timeout, that may be the last play of, and they do. They do. So that's going to give them 30 seconds to make a play here, John. Here, we're going to keep it here.
Here, you could have Beatty take one to the house on a punt return. You got to be very careful where you punt the ball here.
Yeah, not only that, but even though you're at your own, you're at your own 9-yard line, that means the ball will be in the end zone at the point of punt unless they want to do one of those quick kicks. But a quick kick is not going to give you as many yards as a punt. Even with a punt, in the high school level, you can't expect that ball to maybe travel 30, 35 yards unless you get a good roll. But the fact is, with all the moisture on this ground, as soon as that ball hits it, it's going to die. So Fremont may have excellent field position, may be able to take one to the house if they can make it work.
Well, and I am sending everybody to get a block here. You just don't want to rough the kicker or do something ridiculous like that, but I'm sending everybody, too, putting one man back, send the house, take it to the house.
Sometimes, even if you know there's a 10-man rush, that might be enough pressure for you as a punter to make a mistake. Even if you if the coaches tell the defense, go in, but stay clear, just make them hear footsteps. Maybe that'll be enough for them to shank it off the side or something like that. So, well, Central Noble is lining up for a punt or a quick kick. It looks like kind of a short one. It is. It is a quick kick. It's not going to go very far. It's going to hit the 30. It is going to take a roll. How about that? And that's going to give Fremont the ball at the 38-yard line. So, wow, Central Noble got really lucky there. So here we go. They got 18.6 seconds left, but they still have 2 timeouts. So Fremont could put something in. I say go for the house.
Yeah, take it to the end zone, take some shots here, put the nail in the coffin right here. You want to have them demoralized going in at halftime. You want to go in fully in control, and I tell you what, you get a big touchdown here, it's a totally different attitude. Right now, if we don't score, they come in and say, hey, we're down 21-7. That's doable. That's not a big mountain to climb. But you throw another one on there, the mountain just became a whole lot bigger, brother.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking too, John, is the fact is it's not one of those situations like, if you don't score, no big deal. It's one of those big momentum shifts here at halftime. If you score, the momentum's on your side. If you don't, they are empowered when they come out at halftime thinking, again, they're down only by 2 scores, that they can stop Fremont and make some things happen in the second half. And, a couple balls bounce their way. Next thing you know, they're right back in this thing. So Fremont.
Bounce their way.
Yeah, that seems to be the case up to this point. So we got ourselves 18 and 6/10 seconds remaining before we go to halftime. Speaking of halftime, it is homecoming.
My daughter's in halftime. I'm fired up about that, people.
Yeah, and you were also commenting about the young man that was escorting her as well, that he's really excited to see his daughter with a gentleman.
Hey, I am not prepared for my daughter to be riding in a car with a guy right now, but that's all right. It's part of life. It's change, My wife and my mother, my dad said she's 16. She can have friends that are boys.
Yeah.
It's rough, though, man. It's rough.
It's a hard pill to swallow. My daughter's 9. I know I'm going to be going through that soon myself. So here's the throw as a screen. Nice, and he's got lots of blockers. There are flags, though, and Brocky is going to get out of bounds. Smart play to get out, but, oh, boy, that penalty flag, that's usually not a good sign. But I tell you what, there was not a defender nearby, and there were 2 blockers. Oh, and that's coming back, the death knell with that hold. That hurts a lot. Well, 11 seconds left. Fremont is going to have a chance to do something, but now they're going to have to do it from about the 50.
Homecoming queen in court, please report.
48-yard line. So, with 11 seconds left, do you want to try to get 20 yards and then another one, or do you want to just go for the house here on a couple consecutive plays?
Well, I just start taking shots with 11 seconds left. I mean, because worst that's going to happen is you're going to have, an incomplete pass, or if you have an interception from that deep, they're not going to be able to return it. So let's see what happens.
I love the idea of a streak, running trips right and then shooting them straight down. You never know, but we do have.
No, they're just going to take it in.
They're going to take it into halftime.
Hashtag
wow. Well, that's going to bring up halftime. It is homecoming, and we know that the homecoming court's going to be out in a few minutes, but until that time, and until we get to our halftime show, we're going to take a break. Fremont leads at half, 21-7 over Central Noble. We'll be back, 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20, Fremont Eagles football.
Duckout.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors, but not defenses. Yeah, I make the right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do. Never know how. Never know how. I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors, but not defenses. Yeah, I make the right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do. Never know how. Never know how.
You have a smashed iPhone or iPad? iParts Guy can fix any cracked iPhone, iPad, or iPod. They sell iPhones, iPads, and so much more. Call Kyle at 260-316-0098. iParts Guy.
All right, we are back.
At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce the 2013 Homecoming Queen and Court candidates. Our freshman court candidate is Miss Reagan Porth. Reagan's parents are Scott and Tammy Porth. She is escorted by Mr. Wade Regadance, whose parents are Bill and Kim Regadance. Reagan's extracurriculars include listening to music and varsity golf. In fact, last Saturday at the NECC golf tourney, Reagan finished 8th to earn all conference honors as a freshman. Your freshman court candidate, Miss Reagan Porth. The sophomore court candidate is Miss Alyssa Gay, whose parents are Tony and Beth Gay. She's escorted by Mr. Tyler Fry, whose parents are Rob and Kim Fry. Alyssa's extracurriculars include being on the lake, hanging out with her friends, surfing, and snowboarding. She also has a part-time job. Your sophomore court candidate, Miss Alyssa Gay. Your junior court candidate is JoLynn Bruni, whose parents are John and Amy Bruni. She's escorted by Bryce Thomas, whose parents are Joe and Liz Thomas. JoLynn's extracurriculars include cheerleading, student council, and she's in the theater program. Your junior court candidate, Miss JoLynn Bruni.
Yeah, Joe! Ow!
And now it's time for our 3 senior queen candidates. The first is Miss Sydney Dunn. Sydney's parents are Joe and Val Dunn. She's escorted by Mr. Andrew Thomas, whose parents are Joe and Liz Thomas. Sydney's extracurriculars include snowboarding, four-wheeling, kayaking, and spending time with her friends. She plans to attend Southern Tennessee University and major in pre-med, and her advice for underclassmen is be more concerned with your character than your reputation, because your character is what you really are, while your reputation is merely what others think you are. Our first queen candidate, Miss Sydney Dunn. Our second queen candidate is Miss Riley McCrae, whose parents are Rod and Laura McCrae. She's escorted by Mr. David Schmucker, whose parents are Bill and Wendy Schmucker. Riley's extracurriculars include tennis, cross country, ski club, student council, and she works at the elementary school. Her plans after high school are to become a speech and language pathologist. Her advice for underclassmen: cherish every moment of your life. It goes by too fast to throw it away. Our second queen candidate, Miss Riley McCrae. Our third and final queen candidate is Miss Kyla Ragadans, whose parents are Bill and Kim Ragadans. She's escorted by Mr. Derek Fisher, whose parents are Glenn and Paula Fisher. Kyla's extracurriculars include student council, 4-H, junior leaders, National Honor Society. She's in choir and plays, and she volunteers at the Humane Society. Her plans after high school are to attend Indiana University and major in English and organic chemistry. Her advice for underclassmen: one day high school will be just a story, but right now you are the author. Choose your lines wisely. Don't write off your friends, and make it a book worth remembering. Miss Kyla Ragadans. And now it's my pleasure to introduce last year's homecoming queen, Miss Caitlin Laufer, whose parents are John and Renee Laufer. She's escorted by Mr. Tanner Fry, whose parents are Rod and Kim Fry. Caitlin is currently at Indiana University, hoping to enter the business field. Her advice for underclassmen: get involved in high school activities while you can, because they are the best part of high school. Our returning homecoming queen, Miss Caitlin Laufer. And now it is my pleasure to introduce the 2013 homecoming queen as voted on by the student body of Fremont High School. This year's homecoming queen is Miss Riley McCrae.
You heard it here first. Riley McCrae named homecoming queen. Breaking news here at Fremont for homecoming. So congratulations.
A great round of applause for representing Fremont High School.
All right, and with that, we're going to take a break. You're watching 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20, FremontEaglesFootball.com.
Trusted Dentistry is comprehensive. Receive a complete oral evaluation and treatment options that work for you. Convenient. Dr. Moore and his highly skilled staff provide all treatments in one location with weekend hours and same-day emergency visits. Comfortable. Have a pain-free experience with conscious sedation in a positive environment. Affordable. With low monthly payment plans, you don't have to wait for care you need right now. Trusted Dentistry. Only at Angola Dental Center.
Mitchell's Menswear. Whether it's a night on town, prom, or wedding, Mitchell's can fit you in. Call 665-6903. Located in between the movie theaters in downtown Angola, Mitchell's Menswear.
All right, we are back for the Mitchell's Menswear halftime show. Drew Kiesbert here for FremontEaglesFootball.com, Channel 20, 101 Lake Snake Network for the halftime. Let's start off right away with the Fremont Community Schools Students of the Week. Mrs. Wyrick says Tyler Emmerich is always on task and very conscientious about his work. Great job, Tyler. Mrs. Phillips says that Louis Guzman makes great choices and helped to diffuse a bullying situation. Mrs. Senecal says Hayden McClatcher and John Abruni both give outstanding effort in class and are role models. What do you think about that, John?
Well, you know, there's nothing better than having your child considered as a role model. You raise them to be leaders, and that's what we want to see from all our students. That's what we're hoping that comes out of Fremont is leadership.
All right. Mrs. Brubaker says Joel Engel turns in quality work and is trying his best in class. And Mrs. Verde says Valerie Geller works hard and is very patient down in the elementary kindergarten. So great job there. Also want to congratulate Mrs. Kiesbert, who just won a handbag with a drawing. So that's awesome. I'm very proud of that. Pretty excited about that. Well, let's take a look at a few other things tonight, John. First off, we've got the big benefit next Saturday for Mike Herndon.
Yeah, you know, Coach Mike is one of the heart and soul behind Fremont football. He lives it, he breathes it, he eats it. I know he's listening tonight. You need to get out there and support Coach Mike. Fantastic guy, fantastic family. We love you, Mike. We're praying for you, bro.
Indeed, and I ditto that. We got a big cornhole tournament at 2 p.m., longest drive at 3, chicken dinner at 5, and a big silent auction with karaoke until late at the Moose. That's Saturday, September 28th. Check the flyers all over town for more details, or stop in at the Moose and give them a quick hello. We also have the Fremont Autumn Days, which has begun tonight. With the Autumn Days tonight and tomorrow. Lots of things to do, see, and buy on Saturday as well.
My understanding is the Firehouse is going to have a car smash. $2 a hit out at Autumn Days.
Yeah.
Nothing says rockin' more than Autumn Days, bro.
In fact, they had that operational earlier tonight, John. They weren't using a sledgehammer. They were using an axe. This thing was brutal. It was sweet. Well, let's take a look at a couple other games here tonight. Churubusco and Angola playing tonight. The Hornets were shut down a year ago, 42-0, but Angola got out on top early. We'll try to get another score on that here. We don't have one just yet. We also have Woodland playing Prairie Heights. Prairie Heights is only non-conference game here. And the Panthers lost the Warriors last year 55-29, but the Panthers much improved this season. I would expect them to give Woodland a little bit more of a run for their money.
Yeah, my wife actually used to teach in that system. So the Panthers, that's some crazy times over there. So actually, you're talking about Prairie Heights, aren't you? You said games of interest, and I was thinking of the Big Dog Panthers, Northwood. So I'm a little caught off guard because of all the homecoming stuff. I thought you were talking Northwood Panthers because playing Woodland. It's like Prairie Heights, that must be their non-conference deal there. So I was thinking of the good old Northwood Panthers out there in that Panther country. Let's talk some NCAA football. Folks, we're all right up here in the booth. It's rocking. Boise State at Fresno State. That's underway very shortly on ESPN. And I want to pick Fresno State on that one.
I tell you what, both those teams look really good year in and year out. So it should be a great game out west. Michigan, the big Wolverines, 15th in the country, 3-0. A lot of people saying Michigan should not be 15th. They should be way higher than that. They're at Connecticut, a team that is really struggling this year.
Well, it was a disappointing win for Michigan, but a win is a win is a win. It doesn't matter how ugly it is. All that matters is getting that W in the column, and that's what the Wolverines did. The Wolverines should be in the top 10.
Well, I think they will after tomorrow's victory. Florida A&M at Ohio State. Great scheduling there by the Buckeyes. Concordia, Wisconsin at Trine, 1 p.m. on WEAX. Purdue at Wisconsin. Now, Purdue really gave a good run against Notre Dame, but I cannot say that they're going to do the same thing against Wisconsin. I cannot see them hanging with the Badgers at 3:30 on ABC. Toledo at Central Michigan. The Chips. Western Michigan at Iowa. Western Michigan 0-3. Iowa not looking strong either. It could be an interesting game.
Well, let me ask you about another situation in college football. Let's talk about the whole Nebraska situation. Very interesting. I'm not sure. I never did hear what was said about the fans, but I guess it was pretty derogatory. Since my wife's family is huge Nebraska fans and pretty much watches, lives, and eats it, 24/7, 365. That's going to be an interesting situation brewing out there.
Well, let's just say if Bo Pelini makes it to the end of the year, it'll be shocking. I can't see him making that. Well, here's a couple other games. Ball State at Eastern. Go Eagles. Michigan State at Notre Dame, 3:30 on NBC. That should be an interesting one.
Michigan State, doesn't matter. They plant the flag. They own them.
Murray State at Bowling Green. Missouri at IU. That'll be an interesting game. And Slippery Rock at Gannon at 12 noon. Let's look at some NFL football. Detroit at Washington. Now, Detroit had the chance. They had they snatched victory from the jaws of defeat.
Yeah, there was nothing more ticked than to be a Lions fan last week. There was no reason for that loss, but sometimes you got to shake it off, move on, and get the ball going. Now, the key question is, Reggie going to be healthy?
Yeah, I don't know. Actually, I said that whole thing wrong. It was the other way around, but whatever. The point is, yeah, if Reggie can be healthy, that really gives Detroit a great shot. We have Cleveland at Minnesota, the battle of 0-2 teams. Now, kind of expected Cleveland to be 0-2, but Minnesota, holy smokes. And then, speaking of Cleveland, Indianapolis has a connection. They're at San Francisco, and that'll give Indianapolis the chance to start Trent Richardson.
Well, here's the thing. Cleveland's better off now because they've got Willis McGahee. And just kidding. I had Willis McGahee cut him, signed him again, cut him, and now he's signed for Cleveland. But it's going to be interesting. Willis McGahee, will he be a good fit there? With Cleveland this year, they're looking to build for the future. I mean, they've stockpiled some major draft picks, but can they do anything with it? But I'm not expecting Richardson to be a huge factor here for Indianapolis the first couple weeks. He's going to have to adjust, and learn the pass coverage and all that good stuff because it is Andrew Luck's team.
Well, I beg to differ. I expect Trent Richardson will score 3 touchdowns on the ground this week. Of course, I say that with all knowing that Trent Richardson's on my fantasy team. So, all right, how about Chicago at Pittsburgh? That's going to be a big Sunday night game. Pittsburgh, not the same Steelers team that we've seen. They have looked ugly with a capital UG, and the Bears are looking really good right now. So, should be interesting. Well, let's take a look at a few other things. How about them Tigers? Detroit Tigers lead the AL Central by 6 games. The magic number's 4, John. They could win the Central this weekend.
Yeah, I tell you what, you got to love the Tigers. They're running on all cylinders. I think the Tigers are going to go all the way this year and get it done in October, where they kind of fell apart last year. Who knows what happened during that World Series. This is the year they get it done. We're looking forward to big things in October.
And if they know they're not going to be playing the Giants, they're in good shape with that. All right, well, let's take a look at a few other things. Fremont JV fell to the Elkhart Eagles on Monday. They'll be at Central Noble this coming Monday. The Fremont football team, 7th grade FMS, fell 40-0 to West Noble, and the 8th grade lost a close one, 20-13. They were actually down 20-0 at half. Scored 2 touchdowns late, had a chance for a third, and were just outside of reach. So great job for those teams there. Cross country team at the high school travels to New Prairie Invitational tomorrow at 9:30 in the morning. We'll look forward to those teams bringing back some medals from that one. The golf team, Reagan Porth, as we just saw tonight, one of the court. She was a medalist against Prairie Heights on Monday with a 49. And tomorrow, John, is sectional Saturday at Zellner for the girls golf team. Should be a great one there. And then the boys tennis team won consecutive matches against Busco and Central Noble on Monday and Tuesday. And then tomorrow morning, the JV hosts their invitational at 9 a.m. while the varsity travels to Knox to play at 10 a.m. You know a little bit about Knox, John.
Yeah, I coached at Triton, and the whole Knox situation, that's hostile territory when you go in down there, and that's should be a very interesting time there.
And to finish out the Mitchell's Menswear halftime show, Fremont Volleyball won both JV and varsity against Hamilton last night. 2 games. Nice job. So great job. So that's the Mitchell's Menswear halftime show. We'll be right back.
Mitchell's Menswear. Whether it's a night on town, prom, or wedding, Mitchell's can fit you in. Call 665-6903. Located in between the movie theaters in downtown Angola, Mitchell's Menswear.
All right, we are back for the second half, and it is getting a little misty out there. The little bit of mist coming down, as you can see here. Fremont leads 21-7 Central Noble. Fremont has had opportunities to put this game out of the reach and have not been able to do that. They've made some silly mistakes, some bad penalties. Central Noble has done a few things to keep themselves in the game, hanging in there. But Fremont now has a chance. It's a ball on the ground, and Fremont falls on it. Smart play. Fremont in good field position will be at the 1st and 10 at the 41.
Wow, that's an interesting call. What do you got to lose here in a game? You try and make anything happen. But the downside of that for the Cougars, the Eagles have awesome field position, And this is time to dominate. This is time for the offense to get a long, sustained drive and put it in the end zone, baby.
How about this, John, for a halftime score? Angola 7, Busco 6 at half.
Shocker, did not expect it to be like that. I thought Busco would be up big here with the horsepower.
Big run, Beatty with a gain of 8. Nice job.
Got tripped up by the ground there.
He's a little hurt, but he pops right back up, shaking it off. That's what I love about Beatty Juice. He's durable. Keeps on trucking. 2nd and 2. Call it 2nd and 3 now. Not quite at midfield for Fremont at the 49. Give to Brocky, and he will cross. He may have the first down. I think he's going to have it by the spot. Nice job by Brocky to extend that ball forward, and it's going to be a Fremont first down.
Sliding for the first. Fremont first down. And there we go. Now, Fremont again establishing themselves. It is getting misty. The umbrellas are out, folks, which means ball security is number one. Job number one. Hold on to that ball. All points of contact. Protect it, protect it, protect it, because you want to have a good, long, sustained drive, but you do not want to have a silly turnover because of the weather. So here we go. Haymaker's back.
It's going to be a give to Beatty. He's trying to move some blockers around for himself, and he gets about 3 yards on the play there.
And here we go. Logan Peel helping up on the thing. Good sportsmanship there. You know, if you're the Central Noble Cougars, this has got to be a passionate game because you're not wanting to go down in your 30th consecutive loss. So you know they're going to be playing all out the rest of this half. Nothing to lose, and the Eagles need to be aware of that. Here's a big run. He's going to go to the house. He's going touchdown. Touchdown, baby. Score! Fremont!
45 yards by Beatty Juice. Nice job, and that's going to give them a 27-7 lead. No hankies on the prairie.
Wow, Mr. Excitement gets it done again, taking it to the house, folks. It doesn't get any better than that on homecoming night. You have a 76-yard touchdown, and what was that, a 45-yard touchdown. All kinds of numbers that Beatty Juice is racking up here. Going for the extra point. The hush falls over the crowd, and there it goes. It's up, and it is. So, folks, or I guess we're not. That rolling of the hand means we're going to take a quick break. You're watching FremontEaglesFootball.com, Channel 20, 101 Lakes Network. Commercial.
Affordable, carefree senior living has a new name, Terrace Ridge Apartments. Terrace Ridge Apartments is Steuben County's newest 55 and over community and is located within the terraces at Buck Lake. Terrace Ridge has 4 spacious floors with 1 and 2 bedroom floor plans to choose from with all new appliances. All utilities are included with your rental agreement. Enjoy senior living at its best at Terrace Ridge Apartments. Stop in or call for a tour today and see how easy we can make Terrace Ridge your new home.
Well, we're back. 18-7 at half is the report. Woodland leading Prairie Heights. Right here, Fremont leads Central Noble 28-7 after a 45-yard run. And Nate Beatty already just a minute and a half into the second half has 200-plus yards rushing. Unreal. Here comes a run by number 7. He's breaking through. He's got some holes. He squeezes through and gets down to about the 42-yard line. So nice start for Central Noble. They are not giving up. That's what I love to see, John, a team that's never going to quit.
Yeah, you want to see a good ball game, and that's what I was saying before Beatty Juice really took it to the house. You could see it was going to be a touchdown all the way. These guys are going to play they can be competitive in, and they're going to leave it all out in the field. You're going to see both teams go for broke tonight. But Fremont's in the driver's seat, baby, in full control with the throttle down.
All right, here's the take by No. Well, it looks like we had movement. We did indeed have a lot of movement there. A lot of leaning by that line there. And we've seen it a few times earlier tonight. And the Zebras let them get away with it a couple times. Not that time. A little bit too much lean.
Yeah, I tell you what, just when you think you're going to have good field position, you put yourself back to 1st and 15. These are not the kind of things you want to do if you want to win this ball game. Now the rain is really starting to come down, folks. You're seeing all kinds of umbrellas come out. And here we go. Things are about ready to get messy out there. This is when you see all kinds of turnovers and crazy stuff, especially when you're going from the shotgun. He's going to try and throw. Hit immediately, but no, he's going to break the tackle. Try and spin around, keep driving, keep moving. And all that for about a yard.
33 with the initial stop. Slowed him down for the remainder of the defense to come up and finally get him. It's going to be down at the 38-yard line there. Ryan Sickling with a different number tonight. He's the one with the nice stop. Almost had him, but it did slow him down enough to bring the rest of the defense up, which is good. So 9:39 left, 2nd and 14. Brock No with one man behind him. He's going to throw. He's going to try to throw long and almost picked off by number 15, Jake Pelham. Nice job.
That ball is wet, folks, and he's still trying to throw it downfield. They're going for broke here. 3rd down, I would expect to see another big pass. So defense are going to probably be looking for a big lick on the quarterback, and the secondary is looking to get a pick here in this inclement weather.
3rd and long. That rain is coming down pretty significantly now. The white jersey's turning a little tarnished here at the mud. The snap for No. He's going to try to give. Do we have a fumble? No, it doesn't look like a fumble after all. Sorry. A little bit of a glare on the press box here for us here, but that's going to be a short gain, but it's going to be 4th and 12. So now the Cougars have gone for it in the past on their own 40. It looks like they may be doing that, but of course they haven't had a 4th and 12 at that time. So let's see what happens. Are they going to break huddle in a punt formation or a quick kick kind of look here? It looks like he's going shotgun. Now, last time he was way farther back when he did the quick kick. Now he's backing up, so it could be that quick kick. Let's see what happens. Here it is. It's going to go down to about the 30-yard line and roll back a little bit to about the 32. So Fremont will have decent field position to start with. So, Fremont right now, John, has a chance to score and really feel empowered to put this away at this point.
Yeah, and props to our cameraman out there who is in the rain out there bringing you this game live on the 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20. Now, here we go. Fremont needs to put it away, but here's the thing. The weather is very inclement, so you just want to have ball control. Hold on to the ball. Don't turn it over. Drive it down. Again, we're running on all cylinders now, but keep ball control. Finish this game.
Yeah, I got to expect the game plan changes a little bit here. Beatty trying to kick it to the outside. He's got to break through a few blockers. He does. He gets to the 40 to about the 45-yard line. And there's Coach Snyder. A little pep talk there to his to double one there. So that's going to get actually spotted about the 43-yard line here for the Eagles.
Wow, that's going to be an interesting discussion out there. It's going to be a penalty against Fremont on that. I did not see that. It happened before it happened before, so very interesting call there. And that's going to put us back in a hole. So it's going to be 1st and should be 15. 1st and 15 should be, but look out, the chain gang. Sometimes they go. So here we go. Fremont, big start on the 1st down. Hayes is back in the shotgun. The rain's beginning to come down, and here goes the run game up the middle. That will be a couple yard gain there for Baker.
Looks like about 2 yards or so. Yeah, really. Getting difficult for us to see here in the press box, but we're looking at the camera now, and real clear picture there from 101 Lakes Network Channel 20. Our cameraman, Tim, doing a phenomenal job again tonight. This guy is breathtaking, let me tell you. He is a stud among studs. And another short gain by Beatty. And that, boy, man, this rain is coming down. You know, I remember, John, a few years back, you know where I'm headed with this. There was a game at Southern Wells. The game at Kearney Field that tore their field to pieces. It was a night just like this, kind of like Pee Wee Herman.
Yeah, all you need is Big Tiny to be running the ball. Tiny was just on his high horse that day, running through the big standing water puddles, mud flying everywhere, just like tonight at Max Mitchell. Haymaker drops back. He's going to pitch to the outside. Beatty breaks 1. He breaks 2. He breaks 3. He breaks 4. 5. Before he's brought down, and there goes the yellow napkin as the Cougars pile on.
The hanky on the prairie, on the damp prairie here.
He was breaking tackle after.
And it's against Fremont, and again, another big mistake by the Eagles. It is really, really coming down at this point. This is something else. What? And here's the amazing thing, John.
Scored when we did, because scoring's going to be at a premium now because of the rain.
Last time we saw rain like this, the last time I saw a game like this was in at Southwood during our sectional, and that rain did not help Fremont. So like you say, John, good thing the Eagles got the scoring when they did, and there's still a lot of time left. It's getting a little difficult for communication between the players and the teams here with that rain coming down. Kind of hard to see. I know sometimes when you're watching at home on the screen, it doesn't look so bad, but when you're down on the field, I mean, you can definitely tell it's difficult.
Those cleats just tear that field up. Kim does such a great job with our field. We have a great field, but the cleats, when it's muddy, just tears that thing up. And these guys are playing hard, so it's going to be interesting. I'm expecting some jerseys to get dirty. It's time to get nasty, boys, and get something going.
We have ourselves a 4th and 23 here for the Eagles. So they are bringing in the punt team. Beatty in the back.
Go for it.
Coach Bruni says go for it. I'm not sure they're going to on their own 20-yard line, but, strange.
Facetious, bro.
Stranger things have happened.
We could still get a turnover here.
Yeah, that's true.
Kick it.
Here we go. Here's the snap. He's going to kick it up. He gets a nice kick. It's going to go to about the
Fremont's going to down the ball at the 46-yard line.
Now, I'm not going to say what they say in the air, but when you have that, you'll notice the coaches are yelling to the players to get away from the ball. When you have a punt like that, you don't want to risk the touch because there's a call and they shout out there that you do not want to touch that ball. And I heard that being called there. So because you touch it, it's live ball and turnover. But because we're in the press box, of course,
So there we go.
Chain gang.
They're still not in the right spot.
At least we have a chain gang here for each great game.
We got to get those guys some coffee out there. Get those guys some coffee. All right, now the change is right spot. And Brock knows that.
Collins carries the ball for Central Noble. Tackled at the 44-yard line. Dossett and Baker make the stop.
The word I was looking for they use is poison. You don't want to touch that ball poison on a call like that. But here's where we go right here. This is going to be absolutely crucial. If the Cougars hope to get back in this game at all, they really need to score on this drive. But you can't really throw the ball in this kind of weather. It's almost like turning it over. And you're in shotgun, which all kinds of stuff can happen this weather when you're in shotgun.
All right, it's a pitch out to number 21, Garen Deck. He's got around the corner, and he's finally shoved out at about the 20-yard line. Wow, that kid's got some wheels on him. Senior, 6 foot, 185. We haven't seen him all game.
Well, and like I've said all game, Fremont is so good between the tackles. You cannot get anything on us running between the tackles. You have to bounce it out. And I think that's one of the first times we've really seen things get bounced out for positive yardage. So it'll be interesting to see if the Cougars decide to go with that strategy and keep bouncing things out like that.
So now we have a 1st and 10, and Central Noble feeling like they may be in the driver's seat here. And it's going to be a run. No, it's a broken play. I believe that was a broken play and hit by several Eagles, including Sickling, Ryan Sickling. Nice job.
Nice job, Big Red Sickling. I tell you what, he has the fear. When he comes across that line, he puts fear into that ball carrier. That's Big Red. And I tell you what, that's just what we needed after a big play, to have a big play of our own on defense. Defense got to come alive here. It's time to get nasty. When you're in this kind of weather, this is where the hog mollies love it. The ball carriers don't, but the hog mollies love that slipping and sliding and pounding in there. This is good weather for them.
All right, it's slick out there, that's for sure. 2nd and 13, shotgun again. It's going to be a throw this time. Eagles pursuing, but he's going to decide to run it. He actually gets through. He's going to be into the secondary, and finally, they tried to strip it. I don't think they did, but we have a late flag.
2 flags.
2 of them come out there late.
2 penalty markers on the field.
Let's see what the official calls on this one. It is a personal foul against Fremont. That's not good. Fremont again with a 15-yard penalty. And my goodness, very, very difficult. The Eagles have got to stop with those penalties. Another spearing penalty with the helmet.
Yeah, you've got to use your head here. You know, again, you're in full control of this ball game. You don't want to give them any chance of getting back in it with penalties. So 1st and goal, it's time for the defense to make a huge stand here, folks.
So here's No on the snap. It's going to be a give to 21. He's going to be in for the score. A 4-yard touchdown run by Garen Deck. And I believe that was his 2nd carry of the game. But we do have a hanky on the prairie. Let's see what the official call is here. Looks like dead ball. Personal foul against Fremont again. So frustration. Fremont making, I'm just going to say it, John, bonehead mistakes here. What are they doing? They're going to get guys thrown out of the game if they keep up with this kind of behavior.
Yeah, you cannot get personal fouls just because you're frustrated. Play the game hard, punish the other team physically, but do it clean.
That is the 5th 15-yard penalty against the Eagles. Now, that penalty may be assessed on the kickoff. I'm not sure how that works on this.
15-yard penalty will be assessed on the kickoff.
Indeed, on the kickoff. So, yeah. Yeah, so let's see what the extra point is with 4:31 left in the 3rd quarter. It's a slider, but they get it up and they put it through. So with 4:31 left in the 3rd quarter, Fremont leads 28-14 over Central Noble. We'll be right back. 101 Lakes Network Channel 20, FremontEaglesFootball.com.
Good call there. Like I said, you've got to make them pay attention. You got to do it smart. You got to do clean. And that's what we want. We want good, hard hitting. We want to make them punish them with those hits. We want them to be good and clean and smart. Ball on it.
And finally, Brad Owen.
Ball is recovered by Brad Owen at the 15-yard line. Fremont will take over first and 10. We have a special $1 pork burgers while they last. $1 pork burgers while supplies last.
Absolutely, I didn't expect it to even be close either. I expected it to be a blowout there for Busco. But strange things happen in high school football.
Beatty carries the ball for Fremont. Tackled by number 81, McDonald.
Rain play a little bit into that. Another score here. Fairfield 21, East Side 15.
No gain on the play.
Again, both the this one we have Woodland at halftime. So you see we have and another short run.
Come on, guys, you gotta block. This game's not over. Go! Go, Fremont!
No gain on the play for Fremont. Third down and 10.
We have no sound, it just broke.
Are we still plugged into the camera at all? The microphone?
No.
Come on, line, block!
Yeah, I guess
Baker carries the ball for Fremont.
Is that microphone working? It looks like it is from here.
Yeah.
He makes his way out to the 17-yard line.
I gotta keep fighting with the Zoom. The Zoom won't stay now. I think it's wet.
Come on, Fremont!
Yeah. As soon as I let go, it goes right in.
Fourth down and 8.
Are you doing it on purpose?
Diddy's punt will be marked out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
Let's go, D! It ain't over! Come on, you gotta play! You can't stop now! You gotta play hard!
Oh my goodness, come on, boys. Oh, no, flag!
Touchdown Central Noble. However, there is a penalty marker on the field. Deck on the 35-yard touchdown run there, but we'll wait and see what the penalty is.
Touchdown.
Touchdown Central Noble.
So it has to be against us.
Penalty will be enforced on the kickoff. Kyle Burns in to attempt the extra point. And sportsmanlike conduct was the call against Fremont. Extra point is blocked.
Was that one that was against us just now too? Was this one just against us right now too? Yeah. That's 6.
Well, I don't look, if you're going to have penalties, I just don't like unsportsmanlike. It's just ridiculous. And look, now they play.
Correction, unsportsmanlike conduct was against Central Noble, and that'll be marked off on the kickoff.
Thank goodness. I was like,
I can't get it.
No, you're fine, Jim.
Let's go! Play smart, Fremont! Let's get it! Come on, everybody, block!
On the 67-yard kickoff return.
Play some defense, Fremont!
Extra point is good by Pella. And with 2:08 to go in the third quarter, Central Noble 20, your Fremont Eagles 35. We have a cell phone that's been turned into the press box. If you have lost your cell phone, please come to the press box to claim it. Keel's kick is downed at the 27-yard line by Central Noble. Schuler makes a tackle for Fremont.
Stay home, D, do it! Shut them down! Come on, defense!
No carries the ball. He's tackled by Ryan Sickling at the 29-yard line. Gain of 2 on the play. Second down and 8.
Sideline, cheerleader, defensive team, let's go! Fight that back! Fight that back down here! Come on, defense! Push it back, team!
Collins runs the ball for Central Noble. He runs out of bounds at about the 37-yard line. Penalty marker on the field.
Red sliding right down here. You have the cell phone. Take a look at the cell phone.
Back on Angola? What about the holding on offense?
Defensive holding is the call.
How can he be holding when the jersey's being pulled from behind? Come on,
Penalty moves the ball back to the, moves the ball up to the 48-yard line. Central Noble will have first and 10.
Come on, Fremont, lay him on the ground! Come on, D, knock that ball loose!
Collins carries the ball. He's tackled by Dawson at the 49-yard line. Personal foul face mask against Fremont.
Shaping, I love it. Give it to him.
15-yard penalty. Moves the ball up to the 35-yard line. Fremont timeout.
Don't give it to him.
If only we hadn't lost communication here, I would have put that in the
University of Tampa.
I would have put someone.
Cleveland State.
Someone said no, you can't. You can't. Rudolph football.
Come on, D, you gotta play smart.
Snyder's out there giving you this. You woke at the sleeping giant, Snyder.
We have a special on hot dogs now, only 50 cents. 50-cent hot dogs at the concession stand. After the penalty, Central Noble will have the ball first and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Dude, Snyder's awesome. Snyder's great. He's a great coach.
Come on, defense, play
But
smart.
if he's up, like talking shit, like he never seen. That's he's fired up. No, that's what I'm saying. I mean, if he gets upset, but you.
Come on, D.
Collins carries the ball. He's tackled by Merrick at the 34-yard line. Gain of maybe a yard on the play. Second down and 9.
30 talking about your opera classes.
Collins carries the ball once again. He's tackled by Ryan Sickling after a gain of a couple yards.
Hey, Tim, the picture still looks good, man.
Okay.
Still doing a good job. And that microphone is working on there still.
Come on now, Fremont, fourth quarter's ours.
His mic's on out there. You can see it right here.
And that's the end of the third quarter. Central Noble 20, your Fremont Eagles 35.
Needs to the best name in the business? Call 665-8880 for McLatchers, the unbeatables in heating and cooling. 665-8880.
The Computer Station. Sales, service, repair. 114 West Toledo Street in Fremont. 495-9800. Whatever your computer needs, sales or service, Computer Station has what you're looking for. We're available online at computerstationonline.net.
Deck on the carry. He's tackled by Owens at the 30-yard line. Gain of a yard on the play. 4th down and 6.
Play, get the key out, get the water bottles out. He's not going to get it.
No on the quarterback keep. He's tackled by Pelham at the 24-yard line. That's a 1st down, Central Noble.
I feel bad things, but I know we can run them back. Come on, line, get in there! Come on, D! Middle!
Collins carries the ball. He's hit hard by Maggart and Baker.
There you go, D! Now do it again!
Ball spotted down at the 17-yard line.
Come on, defense! You gotta push it back! Come on, D!
No carries the ball for Central Noble. He's tackled after a gain of 2 or 3. Another penalty marker on the field. Holding against Central Noble. Penalty moves ball back to the 25-yard line. Will be second down and 11 for the Cougars. Pass is intercepted by Hunter Lascaliak. Fremont's ball on the 3-yard line.
Good job, D.
Nate Beatty carries the ball. He's tackled at the 6-yard line. Burns made the stop for Central Noble. Gain of 3 on the play, second down and 7. Beatty carries the ball once again for Fremont. He's going to get out to the 16-yard line. Nice gain on the play. That's enough for a Fremont first down. McDonald made the tackle for Central Noble.
Keep it moving on! And this big blocks!
Beatty carries the ball and he's tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Ball spotted at the 14-yard line. That's going to be a loss of 2 on the play. Gibbs made the tackle for Central Noble. Brock Baker on the carry for the Eagles. Hammers his way out to the 31-yard line. He's tackled by Smith, but not before he picks up another Fremont first down.
Next time start kissing.
Beatty carries the ball for Fremont. He's tackled at the 38-yard line. Cowbridge makes the stop for the Cougars.
Keep blocking.
Gain of 5 on the play. Second down and 5 for the Eagles. Brock Baker gets away, get across the 40-yard line. Tackled by Stonebreaker. Ball's going to be spotted at the 41, which is a gain of 3, and will bring up third down and a long yard.
You got this, Long! Let's go, Long!
Hayes covers up the foul, covers up the ball, and then is hit. Penalty marker on the field. Personal foul, Central Noble. Penalty will move the ball across midfield to the 48-yard line, where Fremont will have first down. Fremont students, don't forget about the activity in the gym after the football game. Please enter through the auditorium doors. Entry is $1 and you must have your student ID. Beatty carries the ball for Fremont. Tackled by McDonald. No gain on the play. Second down and 10.
Come on, O! Come on, line! You got to block! Go!
Penalty markers on the field. Offsides against the defense. 5-yard penalty, move the ball to the 43-yard line.
How you doing out there, Tim? The picture still looks good, buddy. Okay. It's funny, you're making us proud. We have to redo all this.
Nate Beatty runs the ball out to the 35-yard line. Cowbridge makes the stop. Another penalty marker on the field. Illegal procedure against Fremont.
Yeah, I don't understand it.
Then blow it dead! Oh, Lori!
Penalty marker is going to move the ball back to the 48-yard line. Second down and 10. Beatty carries the ball again for Fremont, tackled at the 40-yard line. Merriman made the stop for Central Noble.
Let's go, let's get this first, right here!
Third down and a long yard. Hayes on the quarterback keep, tackled by Merriman at the 39-yard line.
Come on, we gotta get this!
That's going to be close to a first down, and we have a timeout charge to Central Noble.
Come on, Fremont! This is a big play! This is big right here!
H-O-T, red hot, red hot, red hot.
I try to get the football. We have a prescription turf here at the extension. You notice the cleats there show the wear, and there's the ground, and even the refs.
Come on, Eagles, let's get this, let's go!
Have a final score in Angola. Chubasco 14, Angola 7.
Come on, Fremont! Go line!
Timeout Fremont. Fremont students, don't forget about the post-game celebration in the gym. Starts after the game, goes till 11 o'clock, only $1 per student. All you need is your student ID. Please enter through the auditorium doors. Another local score, Lakeland 33, West Noble 0. Penalty markers on the field, illegal procedure against Fremont.
He let the whole play run in that side.
Penalty moves the ball back to the 44-yard line.
Tight putt black! Tight putt black!
4th down and 6.
Let's go, everybody, black!
Another local score, Woodland 32, Prairie Heights 7.
Third? Okay. Yeah, that was huge.
Speedy's punt lands at the 5-yard line and rolls in the end zone for a touchback.
All right, defense, let's go!
Central Noble will have the ball at the 20-yard line.
Hi, I'm John Thornton from the Beams Funeral Home in Fremont, Indiana, and we're proud to help support the Steuben County Athletics on the 101 Lakes Network, Channel 20.
No on the quarterback keep, tackled after a gain of 5. Baker makes a stop for Fremont. Carries the ball for Central Noble. Tackled by Austin Maggart. No gain on the play. 3rd down and 5. Nose pass is incomplete. 4th down and 5 for the Cougars.
Good job!
Nose tackle behind the line of scrimmage. Logan Peel made the hit for the Eagles, and Fremont will take over. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line. Nate Beatty on the carry for Fremont. Tackled by Cowbridge. Gain of 2 on the play, 2nd down and 8. Beatty carries the ball for Fremont. Tackled by Merriman.
Come on, let's get the first down. Run the clock.
Beatty carries the ball for Fremont. Tackled after a short gain. And that's going to be enough to run out the clock. Your final score will be Central Noble 20, your Fremont Eagles 35. Fremont students are reminded about the post-game celebration in the gym. Please enter through the auditorium doors. Admission is only $1. You must have your student ID.
Yep.
You can give that one to him. I'll take it home and
The excitement is building here at Cameron Memorial Community Hospital as we start our new facility, Cameron Memorial Community Hospital, well into the future.
Affordable, carefree senior living has a new name, Terrace Ridge Apartments. Terrace Ridge Apartments is Steuben County's newest 55 and over community and is located within the terraces at Buck Lake. Terrace Ridge has 4 spacious floors with 1 and 2 bedroom floor plans to choose from with all new appliances. All utilities are included with your rental agreement. Enjoy senior living at its best at Terrace Ridge Apartments. Stop in or call for a tour today and see how easy we can make Terrace Ridge your new home.
Do you have a smashed iPhone or iPad? iParts Guy can fix any cracked iPhone, iPad, or iPod. They sell iPhones, iPads, and so much more. Call Kyle at 260-316-0098. iParts Guy.
Trusted Dentistry is comprehensive. Receive a complete oral evaluation and treatment options that work for you. Convenient. Dr. Moore and his highly skilled staff provide all treatments in one location with weekend hours and same-day emergency visits. Comfortable. Have a pain-free experience with conscious sedation in a positive environment. Affordable. With low monthly payment plans, you don't have to wait for care you need right now. Trusted Dentistry. Only at Angola Dental Center.
I know belts and hoses, not X and O's. I do O2 sensors, but not defenses. Yeah, I make a right call to keep your car in the game. Don't even need a playbook, it's all in my brain. Fuel injectors, alternators, radiators too. It's who I am, it's what I do. Never know how. Never know how.
We're going to do the camera on here.
Shouldn't you trust your heating and cooling needs to the best name in the business? Call 665-8880 for McLatchers, the unbeatables in heating and cooling. 665-8880.